Hey, good people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar journeys are going famously. And today we're going to kick off a continuing series we're going to do over a jam track for the lead guitarists out there to work on your soloing skills and improvisation skills. We're going to get into some tips and tricks and devices that you can use and make your own. We're going to show you all kinds of different scales that you could play over this jam track, arpeggios. We're going to get into ways to twist those and make them sound even cooler, and all kinds of fun things that you can kind of assimilate, make your own, put your own spin on them, bring them into your own playing, and this will hopefully help you to propel your lead playing and improvisational skills to the next level, right? Thanks for tuning in, and we're going to have a lot of fun in this series. So be sure we'll make this, it's going to be 2, 3 parts, 4 parts maybe? I don't know. But hey, if you'd like a free video lesson that's not on YouTube and a coinciding ebook, click on the link in the YouTube description box below. Follow the screens, and I will send you a killer ebook that has a lot of the scales we're talking about today diagrammed out, chord charts, all kinds of lessons. It's an awesome resource, really cool ebook. I'll send you that and a video lesson, all for free. Just click on that link, and we'll send it to you from Next Level Guitar. Right, so we're going to be in the key of C minor for this series of lessons, and the jam track we're going to be using is just a simple 4-chord change. It's just a C minor to a flat major, to a B flat major, and then back to C minor. And then it starts over again in the key of C minor, melodic. So the first thing I always try to do is establish, well, what kind of sounds do I want to create over this? What kind of mood? And in this lesson, let's shoot for some bluesy, rock kind of, licks, and we'll kind of take it from there. Some of the things you could try over this are like C minor pentatonic scale, C minor pentatonic and blues scales. Also C natural minor, also called C Aeolian mode, will sound great, and I use that a lot in the intro. So we'll first get into some licks, maybe some pentatonic and blues stuff, and then we'll work into some minor licks. So first let's take a look at those scales up close. So one of the scales you could use over this would be the expanded minor pentatonic and blues scale. You could find it by 3rd finger on the low root note in any key, in this instance C, so this right here is the 8th fret. So we'll start it on the 6th fret of the low E string. It'll look like this. I'll play it nice and slow for you. Another scale that we'll use in these lessons is the C natural minor scale, also called C Aeolian mode. There's one particular shape that I like off the low E string, 8th fret. It looks like this. And there's another shape that you could use also down here on the, this is the 3rd fret on the C note. Looks like this. The scales that we're using over this, and that minor pentatonic and blues expanded scale is super useful. But let's do this. Let's stretch that scale out even a couple of more frets, right? And I'll show you a really cool device that you could blast over all your playing using that. I played a lick like this in the intro that was using this device. Something like that, and that actually is taken right from that minor pentatonic and blues expanded shape, and I work down the whole thing, but I add a little something up top. So if you play that shape, and you're right up here, right, with your 3rd finger on the root note on the 13th fret of the B string, and you have that up top, here's your blue note, right? We're in the key of C minor, so our blue note is F sharp. That's where tons and tons of licks are, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to expand it, make it even wider, and get that one more note. We're going to get that G note in there. So basically you're playing, but you're also, you're playing that 3-note kind of lick with the blue note in the middle, F, F sharp, G, right? And that's in that shape 3 times. So what I do, hammer, pull off, and grab all kinds of goodness off that lick. So let me show you what I did. So now, instead of like if your positioning was here with your first, third, and fourth finger on 11, 13, and 14 on the high E, just slide up. So now first finger's on 13, and you have the blue note 14 and 15. So the lick, pick the 13th fret, high E string, hammer 14, hammer 15, pull 14, pull 13. And then hammer back 14 and pull 13. And then slide back into that position where your first finger's now on 11. So the first part. And then I hammer back on 13 and 14 on the high. So you get this slow. And then you can go to your root note, 13th fret on the B string. So any combination or licks right in there is going to be super cool. Kind of like very Slash-like, kind of hammering and pulling quickly while you're sliding down the scale. And then what I do is when I get to here, to our root note C on the B string, 13th fret, I like to incorporate that double stop. So then I pull off to the 11th fret B string, 12th fret G string. I keep my finger on the 11th fret on the B string. Get that cool double step. And then again, go right down that blues scale. Same thing. What are you doing here? 12, 11, 10 on the G string. And then slide from 10 to 8 on the G string. And then 10th fret on the D string. 8th fret D string, 10th fret D string. Then I do this little climb again down the blues scale. Again, same as this. So A string now. 10, 9, 8. 8 hammer to 9, pull off to 8. Slide to 6. And then a root note, 8th fret on the low E. 6th fret, and an 8th fret low E with a harmonic. So the whole thing's slow, something like this. It's a really nice device where you're adding in. A lot of people kind of stop that, stop this scale up here, and they don't realize you could, you could grab that, finish off that little part of the blues note there. So it's right there, so you might as well grab it. And then any type of variation. Go back there, give that 11th fret on the high E string a little push up. So a little push up on that high E string. In this instance, we're on the 11th fret, E flat note. That's that kind of flat third to major third bend. And then when you go down, kind of use slides. Maybe play a little staccato-y. Play some notes twice, some notes once, kind of really mix it up. And you could get so much mileage out of that. You're probably playing that scale already. You're in that position, add that other note, and then just hammers and pulls sound really cool, especially when you work it up to speed. So give that device a try. I think you'll really dig it. Try it over, jam track, lay these chords down in the key of C minor, but then try it in other keys. Always practice in lots of keys with lots of different jam tracks, different tempos, right? Different changes. Listen for the relationships between those chords and the scales that you like to play. And be sure to tune into a couple more lessons in this series, because we're going to get into some other devices and arpeggios and things you can do with those and try over the track. And I get a lot of questions about gear. And so I thought I would tell you what I'm playing through today is I'm playing through a USA-made Paul Reed Smith 513 guitar. It has all single coils, and basically I would believe I was playing through most of the lesson. I'm either playing through the back 1 or 2 coils, which you can actually kind of make like a humbucker, get that sound, and then I was playing also through the neck pickup. all the way up front. And as far as gear, I'm just plugged straight into the front of a Matchless Independence 3-channel amp that's off camera. And I'm just running through channel 3, which is the higher gain channel. And I'm just using the amp distortion and a little reverb. So you could hear that reverb, but that's it. Basically no effects. I'm just running straight into the amp. Real simple setup today. And the back pickup. Get that kind of, you know, like a humbucker, more screaming lead, as opposed to the neck pickup up front gives you a little bit more of that kind of throaty, more traditional kind of single coil sound. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Taub, co-creator of Next Level Guitar. Be sure and click in that YouTube description box and get your free video lesson and coinciding ebook. It's awesome. And then also I'll send you some jam tracks too, and some other stuff for free. So be sure and click on that link and you get the ebook, which is awesome. Subscribe to our YouTube videos. We'll let you know when we have more stuff coming out, right? Always fun doing some stuff here on YouTube. And if you get a chance, go to our website, nextlevelguitar.com. It's a full-on structured guitar curriculum, an insane amount of lessons, like over 1,500, and growing because we add new material all the time. All genres of music, beginner, intermediate, advanced, acoustic, electric, lead, rhythm, we got everything on there. It's awesome. Check it out. There's a 3-day free pass right on the homepage, so you can give the site a test drive. You might really like it. It might be just what you're looking for. I think you'll like it. Okay, so be sure to tune in for the next part. Take care and keep on rocking.